Beyoncé fans plead on GoFundMe for tour tickets.
Subscribe and like.
Fans of Beyoncé are begging for money on the GoFundMe crowdfunding website for tickets to Beyoncé's upcoming Renaissance tour. They're pleading to family, friends, and other Beyoncé fans for help to secure a ticket for the highly anticipated tour. The issue is, though, that even if the hardcore fans raise the tour money, that doesn't guarantee them a ticket. Think Taylor Swift fans during the pre-sale of her Eras tour. Beyoncé's fans are hilariously pleading their case. One fan wrote, "This is the only life experience I care about living before I die. I will get those front row tickets either way, but this way is safer than selling my kidney on the black market." Camila Cabello's dating advice.
Subscribe and like.
The Bam Bam singer, Camila Cabello, shared some dating advice at a recent event for women getting back into the dating scene. Cabello stated, "It's more about just stepping into life. I think it's like, you're always meeting people. You should always be making friends. You should always be having new experiences. I don't think dating is really any different." Cabello has previously spoken about her experience with dating apps during an appearance on The Drew Barrymore Show, and said she quit after 24 hours. Cabello said after getting messages, like when a singer-songwriter from Nashville hit her up, she just didn't know the intent behind the message, so she apparently quit. Outer Banks exes Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein talk working together.
Subscribe and like.
For stars Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein, filming the Netflix show, Outer Banks, was their first time working together post-breakup. John Beat and Sarah will still be very much in love in Season 3, even though the real-life couple called it quits in November 2022, not long after they celebrated their first anniversary. But according to Stokes and Klein, they promised one another, before they started dating, that work would always come first, keeping things professional. The Knives Out, Glass Onion actor also added that the pair have, quote, "always shown up for each other when it comes to work in this show." That's something that continued this new season, which is set to premiere February 23rd on Netflix. Chrishell Stause, definitely still straight while kissing partner G-Flip.
Subscribe and like.
Chrishell Stause had a revelation after meeting her now partner G-Flip. The couple did a recent interview where the Selling Sunset star shared she definitely still thought she was straight when she and the Australian musician shared their first kiss. It all went down at a party at Chrishell's LA home in 2022. Chrishell got stood up and then we ended up kissing, G-Flip remembered. Chrishell chimed in with, "Definitely still thought I was straight at that party." The star said that she had previously kissed friends, but says it had been, quote, "more for the guy's reaction." Although unsure, she said she felt an attraction to G-Flip and that started to change her outlook on dating. Chrishell stated, "It opened my brain up to the fact that I'm attracted to energy, not whatever physical thing that people have in their head. I don't have a type." Doja Cat wants to go raw, unfiltered, hardcore punk.
Subscribe and like.
The pop star, Doja Cat, has shared her vision for her music in the future. She wants to go hardcore punk. In an interview with Variety, Doja Cat shouted out British post-punk group Idols as her favorite band of 2022. She reportedly played their music for hours during her photo shoot with the magazine. While having a discussion about genres, Doja said, "I wasn't gonna tell you, but I'll just tell you now, because not talking about it is making me annoyed. I want to explore punk, but not pop punk. I want to explore more of a raw, unfiltered, hardcore punk sort of thing. It's just something that I'm doing for my own personal fun, getting some drummers and guitarists together, and I don't even know if that's gonna make it out there."
Eminem's Haley Jade is engaged. Subscribe and like. Haley Jade, Eminem's 27-year-old daughter, who a lot of his songs have been centered around, recently announced that her boyfriend, Evan McClintock, proposed to her, and she said yes. Not much is known about Evan or the couple's relationship because Hailey keeps her life private, even though she has a super famous dad. What is known is that they've been dating since at least 2016, when Hailey first posted pics with him, and that Slim Shady seems to give his stamp of approval. Recently in a podcast appearance, Eminem stated that Hailey was doing well. She had graduated college, with a steady boyfriend. So it seems like everything is good on the home front. Flo Rida, $80 million lawsuit win will help charities. Subscribe and like. Flo Rida recently won a major lawsuit worth $80 million against Celsius Energy Drink, and according to him, that means he's about to be very charitable. Speaking to TMZ, his new influx of money will enable more philanthropy, like his Big Dreams for Kids charity that powers his own Florida Youth Football League. Flo says his league has over 10,000 players, and he flew several of them out to California to train with Snoop Dogg and his football league. He hopes his players will grow up to be doctors, lawyers, or even professional athletes. As for Celsius, Flo says he's still a co-owner and has no hard feelings after the lawsuit.
Megan Fox deletes pics with MGK, sparking split rumors.
Subscribe and like.
The Transformers star Megan Fox posted a cryptic message on social media recently that has fans thinking her and her beau, Machine Gun Kelly, have broken up. The couple got engaged last year after 2 years of dating. Fox posted on IG, "You can taste the dishonesty. It's all over your breath," quoting Beyoncé's "Pray You Catch Me" lyrics, and sharing bathroom mirror selfies of herself getting ready in a video of a fire burning. The Jennifer's Body actress didn't explain the meaning of her Instagram caption, but the Beyoncé lyrics from her Lemonade album hinted that Jay-Z, with who she shares 3 children with, had been unfaithful. Fox and Kelly were previously spotted together several hours earlier at a party. Fox wore the same black outfit from her IG upload while partying with MGK at the pre-Super Bowl party in Miami. Beyoncé breaks Grammy record for most wins ever.
Subscribe and like.
Beyoncé, the icon, has made Grammy history. Her win for Best Dance/Electronic Album for Renaissance put her Grammy total at 32, the most in the history of Grammys. Queen Bee has overtaken the classical conductor, George Solti, who had previously held that record, thanks to her powerful 2022 record, Renaissance. The record-tying award came early in the show, even before Beyoncé arrived. When the time came for the record-setting Grammy win, Beyoncé arrived to the stage with a standing ovation. After thanking God and her family, she was sure to highlight the queer community that made a special impact on this record. Lea Michele has been healing after Glee bashing.
Subscribe and like.
Former Glee star Lea Michele says she's learned from her mistakes in the past and working relationships after several of her former Glee co-stars claimed she was unpleasant and difficult to work with. Now in a recent interview, the Funny Girl Broadway star did some reflection, saying she's had conversations behind the scenes with people who were, quote, incredibly healing and very eye-opening. "I think these past 2 years have been so important for everybody to just sit back and reflect. I did a lot of personal reach-outs. I've been doing this for a really long time, and I'm not going to ever blame anything on the things that I've been through in my life. But you also can't ignore those experiences or deny them. They are a part of the patchwork of my life." When the bombshell statements came out in 2020, Michelle apologized, saying she clearly acted in ways which hurt other people. Anne Hathaway reveals creepy question she was asked at 16.
Subscribe and like.
Hathaway recently did a post-screening Q&A at the Sundance Film Festival for her new movie, Eileen. It's a darkly funny thriller about a psychologist and a prison secretary who are drawn together in unexpected ways. The film emotionally resonated with Hathaway, bringing to mind an experience she had at 16 in the industry. Sharing with the crowd, she stated, "I just remembered one of the very first questions I ever got asked when I started acting and had to do press. It was, are you a good girl or a bad girl? I was 16. And my 16-year-old self wanted to respond with this film." The movie is hoping to score a distribution deal at Sundance, with WME handling the negotiations. Tariq and Heather Rae welcome baby boy.
Subscribe and like.
The Flip or Flop and Selling Sunset stars announced that their, quote, baby boy is here. The couple's big news comes after it was announced in July 2022 that the two were expecting. Tariq and Heather first got together in July 2019, and they got engaged after a year of dating. The pair got married in October 2021. Prior to their relationship, Tariq was married to his Flip or Flop co-star Christina for 7 years. The reality TV star filed for divorce in January 2017. World Cup's sexiest fan, Ivana Knoll, seen with Jamie Foxx and Drake.
Subscribe and like.
Ivana Knoll, a Croatia superfan and model who became an internet sensation at the 2022 World Cup, was seen with actor Jamie Foxx in Miami, before enjoying some quality time with Drake later on in the week. The model shared videos to her IG story with Foxx at what seemed to be a nightclub, surrounded by bottles of champagne. Knoll and Foxx also attended a separate group dinner, according to another video. Knoll also later shared an IG pic with Drake, adding a fire emoji in her caption. She wore the same black jumpsuit she wore with Foxx at the group dinner. Drake was seen smiling with his arm around her waist. They looked to be standing in the middle of a restaurant, but it's unclear where the photo was taken exactly.
Jay-Z closes multi-billion-dollar deal with Bacardi. Subscribe and like. Jay-Z and Bacardi have announced a long-term agreement around the D'ussé premium cognac brand. The agreement marks the launch of the next chapter of D'ussé, with Bacardi acquiring a majority interest in the multi-billion-dollar brand, with Jay-Z retaining a, quote, significant ownership stake. Now of course it's not known exactly how much of the Big Pimpin' rapper's stake Bacardi has purchased, but Jay-Z was confirmed to own 50%, while Bacardi owned the other 50% previously. So a majority stake would mean at least 26% of the rapper's 50%. That means the newly announced acquisition stake can be estimated to be sold at a valuation of at least $3 billion, based on information in public court documents.
TikTok's Jess Gardner is here to take Olivia Dunn's spot.
Subscribe and like.
TikTok's Olivia Dunn saw her following grow on the platform at an incredible rate, as fans flocked to see her impressive gymnast videos and dance moves. But it looks like Dunn's got some major competition in the form of fellow athlete Jess Gardner. She represents the Nebraska Cornhuskers in the pole vault. Her profile is a mixture of dancing videos and athletics, like Dunn. Now, even though Jess still has a long way to go to catch up to Dunn's following, Gardner has just over 100,000 to Dunn's 6.9 million followers. She recently has experienced a big jump in views and followers. In her latest video, which has thousands of views already, she talks about her perfect man dressed in her gym gear. She quips, "He must be funny, have a good sense of humor, but he can't be broke, that's not funny."
Jennifer Lopez's $42.5 million Los Angeles estate. Subscribe and like. After saying I do to actor Ben Affleck, the actress and singer, Jennifer Lopez, is selling her $42.5 million estate, which comes with a private lake and sandy beach. Her 14,000 square foot Bel Air home includes a theater with movie posters of her and Ben Affleck movies. The 9-bedroom home also sits on about 8 acres, with the property boasting a guest cottage, a pool, a putting green, a 100-seat outdoor amphitheater, and a pagoda with a fire pit. The Jenny from the Block singer originally purchased the property for $28 million in 2016.
JoJo Siwa's unplanned hookup during Avery Cyrus relationship.
Subscribe and like.
JoJo Siwa and Avery Cyrus dated, then broke up. JoJo claimed, quote, "You told one of my best friends that you were excited to be dating me because you're growing your career and want to get to the top." Avery responded, claiming the relationship was real to her. In a new TikTok, JoJo shed some light via a reenactment and a not-so-subtle allusion to her own recent split. JoJo captioned the TikTok with, quote, "And when I said I just wanted to be friends, so I didn't lead you on after an unplanned hookup, you wanted nothing to do with me because there was nothing to gain anymore." JoJo admitted to cheating. Avery has yet to respond.
Kobe Bryant's $5.8 million jersey. Subscribe and like. Auction house Sotheby's, New York, recently announced that a signed jersey worn by the late LA Lakers legend Kobe Bryant during his lone MVP season has sold for more than $5.8 million. It makes it the most valuable Kobe item ever sold at auction and the second most valuable basketball jersey ever sold. According to Sotheby's, Kobe wore his iconic number 24 jersey during many games of his only MVP season in 2007 to 2008. That includes 5 preseason games, 14 regular season games, and 6 playoff games. Sotheby's stated, "Sports artifacts with this type of long-term, heavy wear are a rarity in the collecting space, with many modern items worn for a single game." Kobe Bryant scored 645 points in this jersey.
Adam Levine and Behati Prinsloo welcome baby.
Subscribe and like.
The former Victoria's Secret model and the Maroon 5 frontman welcomed baby number 3. Levine and Prinsloo's new addition joins big sisters, Dusty Rose and Gio Grace. The duo have been married since 2014, but their relationship hasn't been smooth sailing. The pair hit a bump in September, days after Prinsloo confirmed her pregnancy on social media. IG model Sumner Stroh made a TikTok video outing a year-long affair with Levine and that he allegedly sent a DM to her in June, asking if she was cool with him naming his baby after her. Levine issued a public apology via social media, with his wife standing behind his claims of not having a physical affair. Lizzo brings gospel to the Grammys with her performance of Special.
Subscribe and like.
Lizzo turned the 2023 Grammys into church with a gospel rendition of Special. She opened the performance with a snippet of her hit song About Damn Time before incorporating a gospel choir with electric guitars for an uplifting version of Special. Lizzo's 4th studio album Special, which was released in July 2022, is in line with her previous projects, which deliver messages of female empowerment. The album also helped Lizzo become TikTok's #1 artist in 2022. Lizzo earned 5 Grammy nominations this year for Special and About Damn Time, including Album of the Year, Pop Vocal Album, Song of the Year, Record of the Year and Pop Solo Performance. Madonna is unrecognizable at the Grammys, and the internet reacts.
Subscribe and like.
On Sunday night, Madonna shocked viewers and fans after she appeared at this year's 2023 Grammy Awards looking completely unrecognizable. When the 64-year-old Material Girls singer appeared on the stage for a speech, she had noticeably bigger lips, braids, and what some viewers claimed, a whole new face. Right after her speech, viewers quickly took to social media to comment. Madonna was obviously being nominated for Best New Face at the Grammys last night, someone tweeted. Madonna's speech also had viewers scratching their heads. She stated, "You guys need to know, all you troublemakers out there, you need to know that your fearlessness does not go unnoticed. You are seen, you are heard." Malu Trevejo sued for being abusive.
Subscribe and like.
Former staff for Cuban singer and influencer Malu Trevejo are claiming her abusive behavior went beyond nightmare boss or young, entitled celebrity, according to a civil lawsuit filed against Trevejo and her company. The 4 former staffers allege that Malu used her position of power to inflict emotional, mental, and verbal abuse upon her staff. The former employees, who are wanting at least $4 million in damages, are also suing Trevejo for battery, defamation, and sexual misconduct. Malu would allegedly lash out, calling them stupid, dumb, and retarded, and use racial and homophobic slurs. Another staffer, who is a lesbian, claims Malu made unwanted sexual advances towards her. An attorney for Trevejo has denied the allegations. Maria Menounos expecting first baby with husband.
Subscribe and like.
Maria Menounos is about to be a mom. The TV host and her husband Kevin Undergaro will become parents in 2023. Maria stated, "Just after a decade of trying everything, we are so grateful to the beautiful family helping us conceive our baby. Kevin, my dad, and I are all beyond excited for this soul to come into our lives. What a blessing." Previously, Maria spoke about the couple's bumpy fertility journey, which began in 2012, saying, "I definitely didn't think it was going to take this long. It's been years. We've used different services, different people. It's just been a very frustrating process." The couple first began considering surrogacy back in 2018 and sought advice from pal Kim Kardashian, who welcomed her last 2 children with the help of surrogates.
Michael B. Jordan talks Lori Harvey breakup. Subscribe and like. Creed 3 star Michael B. Jordan recently did an interview where he was asked about his breakup with ex Lori Harvey. He stated, "I think for me it's just, I was lucky enough to have a lot of work. I'm a firm believer in what's for you is for you, and coming out of that situation, not to give it, any energy and kind of move from that is, it was an experience for me to grow and learn. I'm in my light right now. This is my Jordan year. I mean that. This is my year. There's so much going on, so many blessings, so many great things. This is at a point in my career where there's not a lot of people telling me no and everything's wide open." The popular couple parted ways in June. The longtime star is set to make his directorial debut in Creed 3.
Meghan Markle turned down Oprah's invite, says PR expert.
Subscribe and like.
A PR expert thinks Meghan may have turned down an invite to Oprah's 69th birthday over fear of, quote, further public scorn. Royal fans have been mocking Meghan and Prince Harry for not being invited to Oprah's party. Celebs like J.Lo, Kim K, and Priyanka Chopra attended the bash, where Meghan was noticeably absent. But according to Mario Almonte, a PR expert, reports of a snub may not be the case. Speaking to Daily Express, he stated, "The absence of Prince Harry and Meghan from Oprah's recent birthday celebration may say more about the couple's current state of mind than Oprah's opinion of them or the royals." The couple, or at least Meghan, may have decided not to attend out of concern for their public image. Megan Fox talks MGK after his big Grammy loss.
Subscribe and like.
Actress Megan Fox shared a special message to her fiancé, Machine Gun Kelly, after he lost his first Grammy nomination to Ozzy Osbourne. In a post that she shared on her IG, Fox praised the rapper for his response to his first Grammy loss. She posted, "Congratulations on being in the very small percentage of artists who have received a Grammy nomination. You have handled this process with a grace and maturity that I haven't seen from you before, and I'm so proud of you." Although MGK didn't take home the award for Best Rock Album, Fox was proud of her man, writing, "Watching you walk in humility and gratitude, watching you grow into yourself and become a better man is an immeasurably more satisfying experience than watching you accept an award." Olivia Rodrigo teases new music.
Subscribe and like.
Olivia Rodrigo first hinted to fans that new music was coming when the singer sent a special video message out via Spotify Wrapped in November. Now, in a recent Instagram story, Rodrigo wrote, quote, "Working on so many new songs, I'm excited to show you. Thank you for everything," ending her message with a heart emoji. Olivia Rodrigo's breakthrough single, Driver's License, was released in 2021. Her Sour album soared to #1 upon its release, spending 5 weeks total atop the chart in 2021, and featured songs Driver's License and Good For You. Does Paris Hilton's hubby have a child he doesn't acknowledge?
Subscribe and like.
Paris Hilton and husband Carter Reum welcomed their first child together on January 24th. But the baby isn't the first for the businessman, as he had a little girl, Evie, 10 years ago and left her in the delivery room. An insider close to Evie's mother, Laura Belizzi, dished to a news publication on February 2nd. Within minutes of her arrival, he held her, kissed her on the forehead, handed her back to her mother and left. Evie has not seen nor heard from Carter since. Liam pays child support for Evie, but quote, has never once acknowledged Evie or given her so much as a birthday card or a Christmas present. He has never given her even one gift.
Post Malone almost got arrested in NYC. Subscribe and like. Post Malone was featured on the hidden camera prank show Impractical Jokers when he nearly got arrested while filming. In the new season 10, the group of jokers got the police called on them while filming a scene as parking lot attendants. In the trailer for the season, you can see Post thanking a woman for letting him smoke in her Mercedes. She didn't take too kindly to that. When Post said, "Boss, thanks for letting me smoke that up in there," another angry customer called the cops on them. Murray, one of the jokers, claimed the cops were a fan of the show and there wasn't that much to explain. He said, "Thankfully they were fans of the show. We almost got Q and Post Malone arrested. The guy who called the cops actually had a very generous attitude about it once we told him what was going on."
Selena Gomez's BFF Raquel Stevens talks stock backlash.
Subscribe and like.
Shortly after Selena's film, My Mind and Me, was released in November 2022, Gomez's friend Raquel Stevens faced criticism from fans online who called her dismissive and controlling during her interactions with Selena in the documentary. Now, Raquel is finally responding to critics via the Chicks in the Office podcast. She stated, "Anytime you do anything public in life, you're subject to opinions of other people." It was her life story, and part of what was included in that documentary was our friendship, which is special and it's honest, and it's real. As for the critics, she said, "When your inner life is strong and you are living a life with integrity, you sleep peacefully every single night. I know the kind of friend that I am. Anyone really could say anything, but I have a peace that is unshakable." Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney to be in new rom-com.
Subscribe and like.
Sony Pictures has acquired an untitled R-rated romantic comedy with Sydney Sweeney set to star. The plot of the rom-com is being kept under wraps at this time. Shooting is expected to start at the end of next month. Following her Emmy-nominated work on HBO's Euphoria and The White Lotus, Sweeney has spent her off time building up an impressive upcoming slate, including Marvel pick Madam Web, The Registration, National Anthem, a new Barbarella movie, and a TV adaptation of The Player's Table. SZA's album SOS has been #1 for 7 weeks.
Subscribe and like.
SZA's latest album, SOS, has spent 7 consecutive weeks at #1. There have only been 2 other female artists since 2003 with albums that have spent 7 weeks at #1: Adele and Taylor Swift. When SZA's SOS was first released, critics raved that her third album had successfully exceeded expectations. It holds the intimacy and insecurity of her breakout album, CTRL, with tracks like Nobody Gets Me, which is about the isolation of a breakup, and Special, about envying, quote, that girl from the Gucci store. SOS shows SZA's growth in new directions while furthering the mix of playfulness, directness, and vulnerability she has become known for. Zendaya and Tom Holland's love story.
Subscribe and like.
Tom Holland and Zendaya are a fan-favorite celebrity couple who have sizzling chemistry both on and off screen. The duo first met each other on the set of Spider-Man: Homecoming and clicked. Rumors started swirling about the two dating when audiences witnessed their connection during the promotional tour for their movie. The pair initially didn't confirm their relationship, but in July 2021, the two were caught in a hot makeout sesh in the front seat of their car. There have been reports that the stars are planning to move in together, actively looking for a house. Tom Holland and Zendaya will be together on screen once again as Peter Parker and MJ in the upcoming Spider-Man 4.